Samantala, sa pagharap ni US President Donald Trump sa World Economic Forum sa Davos, Switzerland, kaagad nitong tinalakay ang issue ukol sa Greenland, Venezuela at Ukraine. Rose Papa Angeles para sa report.
Maling direksyon ang tinutungo. Ganyan inilarawan ni Pangulong Donald Trump ang Europa sa talumpati niya sa World Economic Forum na isinagawa sa Switzerland. Matapos ipagmalaki ng Pangulo ang mga nagawa niya sa loob ng isang taon, kabilang ang anyay pagbuti ng ekonomiya, pagpuksa sa inflation at pagsasara ng border. Tinulugsa niya ang Europa at sinabing may mga lugar dito na hindi na makilala.
They're not recognizable and we can argue about it, but there's no argument. Friends come back from different places. I don't want to insult anybody and say I don't recognize it. And that's not in a positive way. That's in a very negative way. And I love Europe, and I want to see Europe go good. But it's not heading in the right direction.
Anya, sinakta ng mga polisiya sa green energy at mass migration ang Europe. Isa sa pinakaabangang paksa sa talumpati ng Pangulo ang pahayag niya tungkol sa kontrobersyal na planong pagsakop sa Greenland. Tiniyak ni Trump na hindi siya gagamit ng puwersa para makontrol ang teritoryo. Gayunman, sinabi niyang walang ibang bansa ang kayang magtanggol sa nasabing isla.
I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force. All the United States is asking for is a place called Greenland, where we already had it as a trustee, but respectfully returned it back to Denmark not long ago after we defeated the Germans, the Japanese, the Italians, and others in World War II. We gave it back to them.
Sinabi niyang maliit na pabor ang hinihingi ng US at ang pagbili sa Greenland ay hindi banta sa alyansa ng NATO, kabilang ang Denmark at US. Matatanda ang nagbabala ang mga leader ng NATO na makapipinsala sa alyansa ang estratehiya ni Trump tungkol sa Greenland. Kaugnay nito, nagalok na ang Denmark at Greenland ng iba't ibang paraan para sa mas malakas na presensya ng US sa teritoryo na may 57,000 katao. Mga paraang hindi kailang ariin ng US ang pinakamalaking isla sa mundo. Pinasadaan din ng Pangulo ang laban ng Russia at Ukraine. Anya kapwa niya pinakikitunguhan sina Russian President Vladimir Putin at Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Sinabi niyang hinimok niya ang dalawang leader na tapusin na ang labanan dahil sa dugong dumadanak at mga buhay na nasasawi. Tinulugsa ni Trump ang suporta ng US sa NATO na sa kabila ng trilyon-trilyong dolyar na ibinibigay nito sa alyansa, kakauntian niya ang ginanti ng samahan sa Washington.
It's always a one-way street. Now they want us to help them with Ukraine. And we say, we're going to. I'm really helping, not even them. I want to see, last week, if you saw, it was 10,000 soldiers, but last month it was 31,000 soldiers died. 31,000. That's this room times, the number of people in this room times 30. Think of it. 30,000 soldiers died in 1 month. The month before it was 27,000. The month before that it was 28,000. The month before that it was 25,000. It's a bloodbath over there. And that's what I want to stop. It doesn't help the United States, but these are souls. These are young people.
Tungkol naman sa Venezuela, ilang linggo matapos lusubin ng US ang kabisera nito at takpin si Pangulong Nicolas Maduro, ginarantiya ni Trump ang prosperidad na lalasapin anya ng nasabing bansa. Ngayong US na ang nagpapatakbo rito.
But Venezuela is going to make more money in the next 6 months than they've made in the last 20 years. Every major oil company is coming in with us. It's amazing. It's a beautiful thing to see. The leadership of the country has been very good. They've been very, very smart.
Gayunman, hindi may wasang mapansin na sa talumpati ni Trump, ilang beses niyang binikas ang bansang Iceland. Pero ang tinutukoy niya batay sa konteksto ng mensahe ay ang Greenland. Tila nalito ang Pangulo nang banggitin niya ang Iceland imbis na Greenland, habang tinatalakay ang tungkol sa alyansa ng NATO at pagbagsak ng market kamakailan.
I don't know that they'd be there for us. They're not there for us on Iceland, that I can tell you. I mean, our stock market took the first dip yesterday because of Iceland. So Iceland's already cost us a lot of money. But that dip is peanuts compared to what it's gone up.
Inaasahang tatabunan ni Trump ang agenda ng forum kung saan bubusisiin ng global elites ang lagay ng ekonomiya at politika sa mundo. Rose Papa Angeles para sa Mata ng Agila International, trusted, connected, on point.
Sinabi ni President Donald Trump na tanging Estados Unidos lamang ang may kakayahang protektahan ng Greenland. Ang talumpating ito ni Trump ay binatikos tuloy ng maraming leader na dumalo sa World Economic Forum sa Davos, Switzerland. Subalit, may ilan namang sumuporta sa ideya ni Trump na bantayan ang seguridad ng Arctic region. Si Terlyn Cunanan para sa mga detalye.
Iginiit ni Pangulong Donald Trump ng US na walang mali sa kagustuhan niyang sakupin ang Greenland na teritoryo ng Denmark.
It's the United States alone that can protect this giant mass of land, this giant piece of ice, develop it and improve it and make it so that it's good for Europe and safe for Europe and good for us. And that's the reason I'm seeking immediate negotiations to once again discuss the acquisition of Greenland by the United States, just as we have acquired many other territories throughout our history, as many of the European nations have. They've acquired. There's nothing wrong with it.
Sa kabila ng mahigpit na kagustuhan ni Trump na maangkin ang Greenland, sinabi niyang hindi siya gagamit ng puwersa para maisagawa ito. Gayunman, sinabi niyang kung tatanggi sa alok ng US, hindi ito malilimutan.
So we want a piece of ice for world protection, and they won't give it. We've never asked for anything else, and we could have kept that piece of land, and we didn't. So they have a choice. You can say yes, and we will be very appreciative, or you can say no, and we will remember.
Bilang tugon, umayon si NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte sa pag-aalala ni Trump tungkol sa seguridad ng Artiko.
We need to defend the Arctic. We know that these sea lanes are opening up. We know that China and Russia are increasingly active in the Arctic. There are 8 countries bordering on the Arctic. 7 are a member of NATO. That's Finland and Sweden and Norway and Denmark, Iceland, Canada and the US. And there's only one country bordering on the Arctic outside NATO, and that's Russia.
Nanawagan si Rutte para sa maingat na diplomasya. Tinawag namang mali ni EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen ang bantang taripa ng US para pilit na mabili lang ang Greenland.
Greenland is not just a territory in a key region of the world map and a land rich in critical raw materials, a strategic outpost on emerging global sea routes. It's all of these things. But above all, Greenland is home to a free and sovereign people. It is a nation with its sovereignty and its right to territorial integrity, and the future of Greenland is only for the Greenlanders to decide.
Ganito rin ang opinyon ni British Prime Minister Keir Starmer na nagsabing ang kinabukasan ng Denmark at ng teritoryo nito ay kanila lamang.
And the future of Greenland is a binary issue that is splitting the world at the moment with material consequences. I've been clear and consistent in my position on the future of Greenland. The future is for Greenland and the Kingdom of Denmark alone.
Tuligsa ni Starmer, hindi nakikinig si Trump, pero binigyang diin niya ang kahalagahan ng magandang pakikipagrelasyon sa US.
He clearly isn't listening. I said I will not yield on the principles and values that I uphold, this country upholds in relation to the future of Greenland. But the relationship with the US matters, especially on defence, security and intelligence and nuclear capability, also on trade and prosperity.
At para sa mga direktang naaapektuhan ng mainit na isyong ito, ang Greenlanders, naginhawaan kahit papaano sa pahayag ni Trump na hindi po puwersahin ang pag-okupa sa lupain.
I would say a lot, actually. It feels like a huge relief in many ways because, of course, I and many other Greenlandic people have been super worried about what might happen because there have been talks about using force. So it makes me super relieved. But again, you never know with Donald Trump.
Gayunman, hindi maiaalis na mangamba pa rin sila sa mga pwedeng mangyari sa darating na mga araw.
Well, for me, it doesn't feel like everything is over just because a statement like that is out. So I still feel like everything can happen. So it's only up to time. Time will tell what happens.
Very thrilled to hear that. First of all, because he has been saying a lot of stuff about taking Greenland with force, like he'll do it the hard way, which is so scary to hear. And I'm just thrilled that he has now announced that, but I'm also like keeping my hopes down and still like hoping for the best and preparing for the worst, because sometimes he can be saying a lot of stuff.
Marami ang naniniwala na panahon lang ang makakapagsabi kung ano ang kahihinatnan ng pinakamalaking isla sa buong mundo. Mananatili ba ito sa poder ng Denmark o maaagaw ng US? Terilyn Cunanan para sa Mata ng Agila International. Trusted, connected, on point.
Nagkita sina US President Donald Trump at Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky sa sidelines ng World Economic Forum o WEF. Pumunta sa Davos, Switzerland si President Zelensky upang dumalo sa pang-apat na araw ng WEF Summit. Kaagad siyang nakipagdialogo kay President Trump ukol sa kalagayan ng Ukraine matapos ang sunod-sunod na pag-atake ng Russia sa Kyiv. Ang mga pag-uusap na ito ay bahagi ng mas malawak na pagsisikap ng Estados Unidos at mga kaalyado nito upang tapusin na ang digmaan at maiwasan ang patuloy na pag-atake sa kanilang rehiyon. Kasabay nito, nagtungo ng Moscow si US Envoy Steve Witkoff kasama si Jared Kushner upang makipagpulong kay Russian President Vladimir Putin upang talakayin ang Russia-Ukraine war.